Hi, how are you? I have been posting some messages regarding gender and how to handle it. So, possibly many of you do not have much time to read, and also the reading habit is now not very much there. So, possibly I thought I will put a small video on this. Actually, um, gender does not mean women. Okay, so it means the power structure, how the different sexes like men and women in the society they are placed, and how they are affected because of the gender. And then there should be gender equity, that means how the men and women are treated in workplace and also in the projects and everywhere. Okay, this is what the basic principle is. Okay, so I have given some examples of how gender is to be handled. Okay, I will give you two examples. Especially 12 years I have worked in Afghanistan, so accordingly I will give you two examples. So one example is a women education program. In this program, we found out that women are not able to participate equally in the education program, and it is the program itself for the women, because they have the caring responsibility. They are not able to respond because they have to take care of the children, and then their husbands are objecting to it. More than that, the mullahs or the religious leaders are objecting to the women going to education institution in Afghanistan. So when I joined there, they told me that yes sir, we conducted gender training, but unfortunately women are not coming for the education program, especially this non-formal education program. And then if they come, they sit for 2 hours just to mark the attendance, and then they run away. So this is what happening. So what I did was, okay, so this is what is the present. So I understand there is a power structure in the society. So we should understand that. Okay, I try to address that particular issue. So first of all, I took the issue of giving training and awareness to the men folk. Okay, because they thought earlier, the project staff thought gender means women. Okay, we should give gender training to the women. I thought not that way. We have to understand the power structure in the society. So I called the men for the training. In this training, and then we conducted training what is the gender, why should women be educated, because women should be educated because they are taking care of our children. Your children are the future of your family. So if the women are not educated, what happens? So your children also will not respect them, number one. Number two, if they are not able to teach the children's education will be not that much quality. So it is for your own good only. You should send your wife or sister to the non-formal education. This is what we started. And the second thing I did was to address the issue of religious leaders. So religious leaders, if I go and tell them that you should send women for training, it doesn't work. Okay, so I brought one consultant from Egypt. So Egypt is the source of Islamic education. So this person came, and I told him that you should not tell them gender. You should generally tell them all the issues related to women and how the women should be treated according to the Quran. Okay, so you should give the examples from Quran, and then you should tell them that women should be educated. Not that your primary activity is not to tell them that gender and all these things. You should tell them all the things which are related to women, and also whichever required. Okay, so he did that. So he did the training for the men. Okay, so men, when they come, men also has a problem, because when they come there, they lose the wages. Okay, so we also took care of the wages. That means we give a small incentive to the men also who attended the training. So after the training, so the men has become more more empathy towards the women, and the religious leaders who are trained by this the Egyptian man who's scholar in Quran studies. So because of that, Mullah also told that okay, women should be go to the education places. There is no problem. So in the Friday prayers they announced it. So because of that, there is more more attendance. The third aspect is about the caring aspect. So we also created the creatures in the learning places. This is how he handled. The second example I can give you is about boys. Okay, so the boys in Afghanistan, they are more vulnerable to be recruited by the militants, Taliban. Okay, so there is not the women, they are not affected, because whenever they are captured, they ask the girls or women to walk away from the place. They only take the men. So the men are more vulnerable to be recruited in their military, in their Taliban's military. So we had created youth centers. So youth centers, what they do, they give good education, everything there. And then there is the possibility of being recruited by these militants. What do? We told the boys that if they threaten you, don't go. You can cry, you can fall on the floor, you can create all the dramas, but never go. Never go with the militants. This is what we told them, because it's for your own good. So you are vulnerable to be recruited by the. So this is what happened. Exactly what we predicted happened one day. So